If you were to ask people in this world to list five or more Nobel Peace Prize winners, the odds of them actually being able to do so would be very low. Why is it that they don't get much of our attention whenever they accomplish so much for the benefit of our lives? It is people like Adolfo Perez Esquivel who go very unnoticed throughout the world, yet they accomplish so much. He was from Argentina, where he initiated his career as an architect, but he was led to a different pathway after attending a series of conferences. It was a conference at Montevideo where he was mainly influenced to leave his job at the university and turn to more of a reform pathway. In 1968, he set up many organizations that were nonviolent throughout Latin America, and in a conference in 1974, he decided to make that more of his permanent job, where he full-time became a activist. He tried to influence many of the big societies and organizations such as the United Nations. It was during the conferences of those organizations that he would try to talk about human rights commissions and benefits. He influenced and he tried helping various types of groups and people. Among them were lower class workers and farmers, which are known as campesinos in Argentina. They didn't really have much land and much money, but he helped try better their wages and providing supplies for them. It was after the Dirty War and during the Dirty War, when he decided that he wanted to create an organization. The organization was named Servicio, Paz y Justicia, which means service, peace, and justice. He was the leader of it, and it was divided into 3 regions across Latin America. The main office that he works in is located in Buenos Aires, which was where he was born. This 3-branch organization helps many people, and it started as helping those families that lost family members during the Dirty War. Many of them were lost by a mysterious way, which is said to claim that they were dumped off in the middle of the ocean. He helped those families in need. He also tried to help the lower class wages and anybody who had complaints through unfairness in labor. The organizations that he did in his life were very nonviolent. His beliefs in Catholicism and pacifistic is what influenced and made him such a respectable figure. His form and the way he portrayed himself was very professional and non-aggressive, which attracted many followers, and many people decided to follow his organizations. During one of his rallies, one of his speeches, he was thrown into jail without any reason or anything, and then he was thrown out of jail, but he was monitored and he was taken care of by the government. During this time, it was when he was on his climax of activist, and he won the Nobel Peace Prize. He won it on behalf of the low wage people and the people who had been affected by the war. He was very anti-war and tried helping those who were affected much from the war, and his Service, Peace, and Justice Association provided many help toward the workers in the struggle for getting land and being able to farm, and those who struggled trading, and he protected many of the rights of the workers. All of this was done through his society, through a society that was nonviolent, which was the influence and what made him such a respectable man.